Why are you hesitating? Do you need a list of all the things that Rick did wrong while you put him in power? Because I can get it.
I'm well aware of all of his mistakes. I'm aware of all of his accomplishments, too.
But Forrester's never been about the bottom line. It's about compassion in leadership. And Rick doesn't have that in his arsenal. Execute the morality clause. Make me CEO. Just do it, Dad. Just do it.
I appreciate you checking up on me.
Well, it's a pretty hard blow you're absorbing. I still can't believe it. I mean, I've thought of Maya as a lot of different things, but never transgender.
Yeah, it was a shock. But nothing we can't overcome.
It's very evolved of you.
What can I say? I love her. And I'm not gonna let Ridge use Maya's pain in order to steal my job.
You know, this whole Maya thing could have been contained. It should have been contained. I mean, my father knew that I didn't want to run with the story. He blatantly disregarded my wishes. He basically spat in my face. That's
Liam,
what he
are
did.
you really surprised? I mean, come on, your dad is an enigma to me, but the one thing that everybody can agree on is that he is ruthless when it comes to business.
Yeah, well, I'm his son.
Yeah, I know. There is that. No, I'm sorry if you're hurting.
It's not even that. I'm just mad, you know? I'm mad. Like, where's the sensitivity? Where's the sense of human decency?
Well, your dad might have accomplished one thing. Ridge seems awfully certain that the base of power at Forrester is shifting. Rick could be on the way out.
You know, I think you just put your finger on the conflict. I mean, I'm not happy at all that Spencer Publications went to press with Maya's story. It's beyond awful to take something as personal and private as gender identity and put somebody on blast for it. And yet, it may serve our purposes.
Liam, look, this is precisely why your dad did it. Don't you see that? He wasn't doing it to be malicious or to deliberately go out and hurt Maya.
I know. I get that it's just business, and that's exactly what I don't like about the corporate life. I mean, humanity gets lost in the race for a profit.
Yeah, I know, but that's not going to happen to you.
Don't be so sure. Being appalled at exposing Maya hasn't stopped me from hoping it works. So in that sense, maybe I am more like my father than I care to admit. And you know what's scary, Ivy? You know what's terrifying? Is that I can live with that if it means protecting you and Caroline from Rick.
Does Ridge know you're here?
No. Not that I intend to keep it from him or anything.
Maybe you should.
No, no more sins of omission for this girl. I learned my lesson the hard way.
Thank you for putting yourself in the middle to reach out to me.
We meant a lot to each other once.
That's why I wish you were with anybody but Ridge. You can't trust that guy. You know, you may fit into his grand scheme now, but once he's done, he moves on to whatever's next. He takes whatever he wants until he doesn't want it anymore. Well, he's about to find out that my job's not up for the taking.
You're the founder of this company. You set the standards in leadership. It'd be nice to uphold those.
Is that what you think invoking the morality clause of the contract against Rick would do? Uphold standards? Because I don't. I find it an unfair tactic used to use somebody's personal pain against them.
But this isn't about Maya being transgender. This is about Rick finding out and his reaction to it. What do? He got in the car, he raced down the hill, he crashed it, could have killed somebody. The same way he could have killed someone at the office there. He brought a gun. He has lost it, Dad. When are you going to see that?
I'm not going to do it, Rich. I'm sorry. I know it's not what you want to hear, but I'm going to stand with Rick.
Are you serious, Red?
I believe in him.
Well, I can't accept that.
You have to.
No, Dad, I don't have to.
Hey, I want Rick out as much as anybody, and by any means necessary, but this whole thing with Maya, it's cold. It doesn't sit well.
Liam, I completely understand, okay? But what's done is done. There is no point lamenting on what can't be changed. All we can do now is just find a way to move through it and move forward.
You know what my favorite thing is about what you just said? The word we.
Ah.
Look, I am so sorry that Maya got outed. It must have been awful. It's horrendous. If Maya wouldn't have lost control of this situation, then you would have never known that she's transgender.
That's not true.
You have never seen Maya clearly. How manipulative she really is. That's how she got you back.
You don't know her at all.
You were furious with me about this supposedly huge secret that I was keeping of kissing Ridge. And what about this?
Maya always intended on telling me about her past. Look, Caroline, I don't want to fight.
I don't want to fight either. I came here to be supportive and to commiserate with a fellow accident survivor. Speaking of which, are you even supposed to be out of bed?
Well, as long as Ridge is out there taking advantage, you're damn straight. But I'm serious, Caroline. You be careful. I know you're all wrapped up in whatever it is that women see in him, but he's not trustworthy. He doesn't care who he destroys. You're not immune.
Ridge, come on. Come on, Ridge.
You know what, man? I'm concerned. You've been making some really strange decisions lately, and most of them are in direct opposition to me.
Now, when did this all of a sudden become exclusively about you?
I was going to ask you the same thing, but it is about me. But is it about me in the present? Or is it about me in the past?
What are you talking
Is it about me not being the right man for this job, or is it about your perception that I took Brooke away from you all those years ago?
What, you want to talk about that? You want to bring that into this conversation? Oh, that's right. That must be what it is. It couldn't possibly be that I think Rick is the better man for the job.
Oh, we know that's not it. So what's clouding your judgment?
I don't know. What is it? I'm a little confused. Oh, yeah. I know what it was. Something we mentioned before. The morality clause. Not as it applies to our past, you and me and Brooke, but as it applies to the present, you and Rick and Caroline. They were happy together, Ridge. They were planning a family. They were planning a future together, and you swooped in and you grabbed Caroline and took off, just like you did with me, with Brooke. And you expect to be rewarded for that? You're one of the most talented designers in the world, but it takes a lot more than that to be a man. It takes some ethics, and it takes some morality. You're not quite the Forrester you think you are. You just fall just a little bit short in that regard. And you stand here and you expect to be crowned? You got your hand out for everything Rick has left? Shame on you.
Come on, don't stop now. I'm not behaving like a Forrester because I'm not one. We always end up here, don't we?
Stephanie gave me a son. It was you. Love you. I raised you. I taught you. I'm your father. Don't you dare suggest otherwise.
You're my father. You love me. loyalty, respect. That's what I want from you, but I'm not getting that. Your other son gets that. Doesn't matter how he behaves.
Rick is CEO. I support him.
What do you expect me to do? Just hang out?
I expect you to do what you've been doing. I expect you to design, to create. How is it that you're so unhappy? You make a tremendous living. You're world-renowned. You got the girl. What could be more important to Rich Forrester than to get the girl? Why don't you just lean back and enjoy the fruits of your labor, all right? But you do it in support of my youngest son. This is our family, Rich. I'm not going to let you tear it apart. Are we clear? I'll take that as a yes.
I need to see you right away.
I love this necklace.
She said modestly.
I'm not saying it because I made it.
Hey, good enough reason for me.
Well, let me rephrase. My point was, I love the necklace because it's like you're wearing a part of me with you always.
Kind of like a cattle brand.
Yes, exactly like a cattle brand. Which is a good thing if Steffi's ever hanging around. Actually, if you see her, can you please make sure you remind her what the difference is between the past and what's happening right now? Actually, you won't have to do that because I am with you, and that's reminder enough.
Yeah.
It means a lot,
What?
knowing that I can trust you.
Thanks for getting here so quickly.
Not often you summon me. How'd you know I was in town?
How'd I know?
Yeah.
You're my daughter. I always know where you are.
Oh,
Come here.
could I forget?
Oh, good to see you too. Well, bet you've been working the phones nonstop.
Yeah.
Trying to put out this Maya fire. How's Rick handling it?
You know he's handling it. He's careening out of control.
Of course.
Only this time he has a reason to. He crashed his car and he attacked me last night.
Whoa, what? He attacked you?
Yeah. Jumped out of bed screaming like a banshee. He's out of control. He's unfit to run this company.
Well, you don't have to convince me. Have you spoken to Granddad?
Yeah. I tried to have him enforce the morality clause. Pick a reason, any reason, right?
How about shooting a gun off in the building? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Come on.
Not for Dad. Wow. Shut me down.
Huh.
Isn't that funny? To everything Rick's done, still has Dad's support, 100%.
I just saw Rich.
Let me guess. You filled your head with a bunch of negative crap. How I'm unfit to run the company, how I'm a moral degenerate.
He doesn't want to see you in charge, that's for sure.
No, you can't listen to him, Dad. To Ridge, this is a sport. It's just another game that he can win. To me, this job, this position, it's life and death. I need it. It's everything.
I know, son.
Okay, wait. Maya's story breaks. Rick crashes into trees or whatever, goes after you, and Granddad still doesn't believe that a change needs to happen?
No, I pretty much said that Rick is going to be our CEO. We're going to be answering to that guy for the rest of our
That
lives.
is unacceptable.
And Steffi, I tried, man. I tried to be respectful and sensitive when you came to me with the takeover idea, and I just don't want to hurt my dad, you know. But he has no problem putting a knife in my back, so I think it's enough.
You gonna resign?
I don't know. Thought about it. Thought about starting our own fashion house, you know, in direct competition with these guys. But this is a family business. It's my legacy.
So you're on board with a hostile takeover?
I don't think we have a choice. I don't want to sit here and watch Rick run this company to the ground. You gotta promise me something. Remember that this is bigger than you trying to get back with Liam. It's bigger than me worrying about betraying my dad or hurting him. It's about our future. You, me, Thomas, Spencer, we have enough shares to oust Rick, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So get ready, Steffi. There's a fight coming. We're about to take over Forrester Creations.
What you said before about Ridge, stealing Brooke, family we could have had, you're right. It's a wound I still carry. Now you have one too.
That's who Ridge is. It's what he does. And they call me entitled.
I'm proud of you, son. I'm proud of how you've handled this whole blow-up with Maya. Handled it with humanity and acceptance, compassion. Ridge could learn from you.
That means a lot, hearing you say that.
Not just words, I'm going to back it up. I'm going to back it up with actions. You've done a terrific job as CEO. You've done everything that's been asked of you and even more. I've watched you grow every day as a man and as a professional, and I want to tell you that it'd be my privilege and my honor to support you. Unconditionally, without reservations.
I don't know what to say. Your support and your faith in me, it's everything.
You gotta let them learn. It's a challenging time right now.
And I'll stand up to it. I'll get through it. And I'll come out better because that's what you taught me. You taught me by example. You talk about things like humanity and acceptance and compassion. These are all things that don't come as naturally to me as they do you. But what I do have is aspiration. I want to be like you, Dad. I want to live up to that example that you set. So one day, you can say that you're proud of me, and you can say that that's Eric Forrester Jr. But that's my son, that's my namesake.
I am proud of you, son. I feel that way already.
Now, I know this attention on Maya is going to be bumpy in the beginning. We'll get through it with our heads high. And I'll do whatever it takes to get the company back on track. And you won't be sorry that you stood by me.
I'm not worried. I love you.
I love you too, Dad.